So
Ooh.
I was in Calipat. And uh they just opened Calipat, right? And so the COs are there. They were all fresh, brand new COs, and they opened Calipat with all level four dudes from Pelican Bay, New Folsom, and Old Folsom, right? It's the first time that we own this type of prison yard. It's called a two cell 180 prison yard. And so these COs ain't knowing, like, they trying to treat these dudes like they're trying to treat all of us like we in juvenile hall or something. And cats ain't respect these dudes are stabbed and stomped out COs like, dudes, y'all tripping. And so it was this one dude, it had to be a brother, man. This old Action Jackson looking motherfucker, man. He pushed up on little homie Pee Wee for not being in line, walking in a straight line. Now me and the homie Heron, we like fool, what you we ain't in a straight line. Holla at, you know what I mean? Holla at us. But he pushed up on the homie. The homie can't be no more than about 5'6". You know what I mean? But this dude is about 6'1", 6'2", all, shirt all tight on him, Action Jackson. So I pushed up on him. I'm like, nigga, check this out, homie. I'm gonna take his fade. Like you push up on him again, homie, it's gonna be something. Now at this particular time, we all convicts. We already had this talk amongst the races. When one of us stopped, the whole line stopped. So the whole line just stopped. They like, keep it going, like we ain't going nowhere. What's happening? They were like, oh man, this hit stuff. We all right. Sergeant and all them came over there. We come talk to you. Let's just come talk to you alone. The homie Heron like, nah, my homie ain't going nowhere. So no, we got this. Like, nah, no. Here he going, I'm going. All right. So they take us over to the program office. Right. They unhandcuff him, and the goon squad come. They pat him back down. So while they patting him down, dude, I'm handcuffed by the door. I'm looking. Dude, snatched me inside the room, inside the program office, and they just start fucking me up. Boom, 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 kicking me in my nuts and all type of shit. And I'm like, I'm suing all you motherfuckers. I know all y'all names. I'm suing all y'all motherfuckers, right? They take me to the hole and shit. They throw me in a hole, number my boxes on. They give me shit. So when they came, I kept my razor. Cause they were supposed to give me a raise, and I gotta give it back when I'm done. So I kept my raise, and I made them sell a strap. I was like, man, if y'all gonna beat my ass, I'm gonna give y'all a reason to. Fuck it. That was one time I went to the hole, and I'm staying on the hole longer because of that. But just take it up for the homie Pee Wee.
How long typically when you getting put into the hole? How typically long do you have to stay in there?
I did like shit all together. I think I done like more than half my time in a hole. I've been in a hole for shit 18 months, 3 years, 6 months, 45 days.
Oh, that
You know,
means you didn't give a goddamn.
15 days. You know what I mean? Sometimes I get to a yard and they just put me in a hole automatically because somebody had already heard I was coming over there. They threw it just put in a kite on me.
No, hold up, Big Wack. You said 3 years?
That I was in Corcoran Shoe doing all the gladiator shit. I was in
Is it
there. I was in there fighting to get out, doing the whole shit that movie, the feds. I was there.
this 23-1?
I, I went to the hole right after the L.A. riots in '92, and I stayed in there from '92 to wait a minute. I went in there from '92. I got out in '94. I stayed out 3 months. I kicked off a ride into Hatchie Max and went right back and got out in '95 and went back to Calipat.
So
So
No,
I
again,
opened Calipat. I opened Calipat up. I went to the hold after the riots from Calipat. Went to Cork and Shoe. I did 18 months in there. Got out. Went to Tehachapi for 3 months. Kicked off a riot. Came back and went back to Calipat in '95, and then got into a riot there, and they sent me to open up High Desert, and then I opened up High Desert Hole because we had to kick it off up there. So yeah, most of my time spent in the hole
so
and catching more time in the hole.
when those riots would be taking place, like what would be some of the reasons behind? Because like you said, you kicking the riot off. So what would be some of the reasons or things that come behind you starting the riot?
Well. It becomes politics. So when you open up a prison, it's all about territory, and it's all about number one reason for territory is security for your people. So when we get to a new prison, it's all about territory. Who gonna have this basketball court over here, followed by these tables on this side that have all my people on this side over here. And if you got and if I got the weight pile right here, this side of weight pile of my basketball, and your basketball court is right there. That's a no go. I need a basketball court where my weight pile is at, and I need that handball court next to it because this is where all my people gonna be at. Your people gonna. I mean, those tables need to be over there. Not only that, you got not only amongst the races, then you got amongst the Bloods and the Crips and you know what I mean. But I had done it so much, and then the other individuals that had done it so much, we caught on that this is the reason why they keep having us open up these prisons because they feel we know how to open them. They let us figure this shit out amongst ourselves, and then you know, once the territory, then they start sending other people in. You know what I mean? So once we caught on to that, the transition became a little bit more smoother because we was a little bit more diplomatic about it because we knew all the lies that was involved.
so now it makes sense when you say you open up these prisons. Basically, they
Yeah,
sent you because you established the territories. You got everything in line
yeah.
before all the
Not
other
only me,
individuals.
but not only me. It's
Yeah,
me and the other dudes that's my counterparts in the other races.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it was they send the same little group. In the same group, if they see this, they'll know. They'll chime in. They'll be like, "Wack, yeah,
So being like a big influence within the, say, like the family politics within the system, did that play a part? Like, did y'all have to communicate at all with like the other side as far as the guards and shit like that? How did that play a part? Say something happens with somebody that's from your side, do they come? Maybe the guards come to you like, hey, you might need to check. Woo to woo, they got this going on. We don't want to.
So, so my number one rule, I don't fuck with the police. That was just me. You know what I mean? It was homies that then came and brought the police to my damn door. You know what I mean? And yeah, it didn't go good for 'em. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Interesting story. I'm gonna give y'all one prison story. Um, Unbeknownst to me, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna save this for my book. I'm gonna say the whole story for my book, right? Y'all got to check out the book for it. But it was a hit on my life. I didn't find out about it and the details of it until 15 years later. Well, no, not 15 years later. 12 years later, damn it, 13 years later, when I was at a hearing for getting involved in another riot. Right, I was in a hearing for this, and the person that was conducting the hearing uh, was a captain now, but back 15 years ago, he was a gunner that was ordered to kill me. Right, and so he commenced to telling me all these stories that I had not knew. He takes me to show me a video of some shit that happened. Again, I'll explain to you in my book what the video is like. But he also told me about a time, just one of the times of many, I'm gonna give y'all an example of why I said what I said. I don't fuck with the police, but the way that he respect me for doing this. He said I came to his building because one of the homies needed a cell move, and I wanted to go in there and talk to the other homie and see if you can get the cell move slip and make it happen. At this particular time, it was a lieutenant and a captain coming out the building. And they came in front of me. They knew who I was. Like, what you doing over here? I said, I'm just trying, get the cell move slipped so we can get the homie moved and do 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 do. He was like, well, what had to happen. You gonna have to, it's a give and take. You got to give me something. I said, well, he said, yeah, everybody else do it. You give me something, I give you something. You want your homie moved? I said, well, check this out. This is how we gonna do this. Keep in mind, the gunner that I was talking about that was ordered to kill me is in the tower. I didn't even know this until you told me, right? But he listened. And I said, well, check this out, Captain, Lieutenant. Look, uh, you guys keep a CO. I'm gonna keep it convict, and me and the homie gonna keep it moving. And we push. Now, dude remembered that because he told me, he said, man, when you said that to those two dudes, that captain and that lieutenant, because that captain was the one that was ordered to hit on me. I was in a racist prison, bro, and politics was high. And, prison is prison. You feel me? And a lot of them dudes up there was family, like the COs and the inmates, like literally blood related family. So, you know, I'll put it like this. Motherfuckers on my watch, they never look bad. The homies ain't never look bad on my watch. Never. Check the files.